Okay, guys, we're ready with Coach Gruden. Can you guys please mute your mics until you have a question and then unmute, okay? Thank you.
So I'd like to say that was very exciting. Being in that stadium. We're really appreciative of what Mark Davis, Mark Bedane, and these guys went through to put us in a place like this. I just can't wait to share it with the city of Vegas, sports fans, entertainment fans from around the world. This place is a one-of-a-kind joint. We just got to keep pounding this virus into the turf and open these doors so people can enjoy it like we did today. It's a spectacular, out-of-sight place. But I'll answer any questions I can.
John, you saw you address the team after the practice, which I'm sure you do most days. But can you let us in on a little bit of what you said to them at the end there?
We just keep that between us. We're improving. We still have a long way to go. They have a day off tomorrow, and we just talked about where we are and where we need to go, and we'll leave it at that.
John, there has to be a certain amount of shock and awe for everybody that hadn't been in there before. Did you see that having any impact on practice at all?
Yeah, no doubt. The bright lights, the natural grass in a dome stadium, the spectacular locker room, which you can't see on TV. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's got everything you can imagine, and I can't wait to share it with our fans. And like I said, people around the world, entertainers are going to be here, and it's going to be the hot spot. If you ask me, it's the coolest place I've seen.
Hey John, what were your impressions of the first week of camp and Pat?
Well, I can just say we're young, and we like the progress that we're making. We're missing some players, obviously, a little bit right now that are nicked, but I'm not going to say anything really. Just we're working hard, doing the best we can, being creative with the protocols that are in place, and proud of our team, proud of our coaches.
Hey John, there's obviously no preseason games, so just to get some kind of sense of the scrimmage atmosphere, I mean, how much does it help kind of undrafted kids or kids that need you to take a look at them, in a situation like this?
Well, there's no substitute for live.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll hop up here really quick.
Who was that?
What was that?
I don't know. I just say there's no substitute for live football. You can only have so many walkthroughs and stage drills. But we got a little live work today on the goal line. We had some live work at the end, and competition's great. We got to take a look at the film. But losing these preseason games, I don't care what anybody says. My opinion is it's tough on coaches.
John, just listening to your players' reaction, what was the general reaction of the players seeing this facility for the first time?
I would say they echo what I've said already. They were starstruck. They were really excited to see their locker, see their nameplate. It's a lot different than Alameda. No disrespect to the old stadium, but it's a lot different. Let me say it like that.
Any more questions for Coach?
What's your favorite thing?
Go ahead,
John,
Vic.
what's your favorite thing about the stadium? What's your favorite thing you like most about this place?
My favorite thing is just driving in there. I have been to and from the office since I've been in Las Vegas for obvious reasons. Everything is a training camp mode, and everybody's got to be careful for obvious reasons. But just driving down the strip, looking across the street, seeing the beautiful casinos, and then seeing just this facility that we get a chance to play in. And then when you walk in, it's you won't believe the locker rooms. You'll see for yourselves. Where I am now, where the media, you guys are going to love it. Vic, you're going to have more fun covering Raider games than you've ever had, man. It's got something for everybody.
Let's do 2 more questions.
Hey, Coach, I got a question real quick. This year, Vegas has been looking forward to this for like 3 years, ever since the Raiders announced that they were coming here. The stadium's finally built. Now they can't come inside this year, unfortunately, for safety reasons. What's your message to the fans that aren't going to be able to check this out for a little while?
Well, first of all, it's crushing. I know how bad it hurts our owner. Mark Davis, like I said earlier, he set this thing up. I don't know how he did it, but he's crushed. I know he's crushed for not being able to let his fans in here. and our sponsors and the people that made this thing happen. All I can say is let's beat the virus as soon as possible. The sooner the better, and when we do, we're going to have some great fun in this facility, and Las Vegas will come back stronger than ever. But we got to be positive right now. We got to keep our eye on the bullseye, and that is beating this virus, and hopefully we can bring some smiles to people's faces on a football field. But we miss them, and we certainly can't wait to share this Raider organization with them.
One more, guys? Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, have a good one.
Rodney, coming from Oakland Stadium to seeing this brand new home, what were your thoughts upon looking at this place for the first time?
It's a nice place. It's pretty impressive. It's a good deal. It's a nice stadium. I'm sure whenever the fans are allowed someday they'll enjoy it, and we're going to enjoy the play in it.
Hey Rodney, it's Tashawn Reed from The Athletic. I know it's pretty early on. You guys just put on pads. What have been your impressions of the offensive line this year so far?
We coming together. Do you say offensive line, right?
Yeah, offensive line.
We coming together. It takes time. And just the NFL, there's a lot of new guys in the room all the time, and it's just the nature of it. But we're coming together. It takes time. We're working daily to try to get better. But I like the work we're putting in so far. But we must continue to build on it.
Rodney, how beneficial is it to have the same guys back on the offensive line this year? You talk about the time you guys need. You guys have a little bit more stability maybe than some teams have.
Yeah, I mean, that's big. Like I said, that's not the case with the whole room, but we got the whole starting group back, and it's good for communication. Sometimes, when you play next to a guy for an extended period of time, you kind of know what he's thinking. You don't really have to talk as much. But at the same time, when you've played next to a guy in the meeting rooms, the conversation gets deeper because, the experience is there and the continuity.
Hey, Rodney, I'm just curious if anything in particular today kind of stood out just in terms of what it's going to look like on a game day here when you guys actually start the season.
I don't know. It's a lot of unknown. Things change daily, with this thing. But I try to just focus in on, what I need to do to help the team. And that's all I really was focused on today. Obviously, the stadium, this is our first time here and seeing it and all. But I just I don't know. I don't know what, 2 weeks or a month or 2 months looks like from now. So just try to stay in the moment. Enjoy the day, enjoy being around my teammates another time, and just take advantage of that.
Rodney, Mark Davis had his big speech that he said. Did anything that he said or Gruden say at the end of practice especially resonate with you?
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear the beginning.
Sorry, it's pretty noisy here. I know that Mark Davis had his big speech that he gave, and I know Gruden, of course, addressed the team afterward. Was there anything that either of them said today that especially resonated with you on a day like this?
I think mostly just enjoying the moment, the excitement, taking advantage of it, and just playing football. I think all of us happy to be back and be playing it, especially in the new stadium and stuff. So, just enjoy it, enjoy each other, and just try to build a win.
Rodney, when you walked out on the field, what was the first thing that kind of just popped in your head and you just sat there and had to soak it all in?
It's all nice, man. They did a really good job with it. So, it all, the grass, the whole deal is pretty good deal. So, it's gonna be good.
All set, guys? All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all.
All right, guys, we got questions for Jalen.
What's going
Hey,
on?
Jalen, Cassie Soto with the Las Vegas Review-Journal. When we talked a few months back, you said you were going to be excited to not get tackled on a baseball diamond anymore. How impressive is this?
Oh, no, it's very impressive, man. The yard keepers, for the field have done a great job. It's really fast. It's comfortable. I know a couple guys thought it was going to be artificial turf, but it turned out to be real grass. So we're very, very excited for this.
Hey, Jalen, what was your first impression when you walked in? What excited you the most about this place?
Really just, the stadium itself, man, how it looks. I haven't seen a stadium that looks like this ever. Like, it's blacked out, looks like a nice limousine or blacked out H2 Hummer. It just looks real nice and big and aggressive. And then you get inside, and then it's just beautiful. From the glass. I kind of walked around before the practice today and saw like the little party area, the drinks, walked around to the club areas and stuff, man. It wasn't a piece unturned. Like everything was nice and finished well, so I'm excited.
Jalen, when you walk around like everything says, how surreal everything is. Is it strange that you believe for this?
I'm sorry, you was breaking in and out. I'm sorry.
Is it surreal to think as great as the stadium is, you won't have fans here?
Yeah, it is kind of surreal. It's so big and massive, and to me, a little bit more on top of us than the Oakland Stadium, Oakland Coliseum. So definitely when it's with it filled, that's what I was looking at. I was like, man, with this thing filled, it's gonna rock. Like it's gonna have like that feeling of like I think Minnesota Stadium was like that, kind of like more tight. And it just feels like the fans are up on top of you. But it's going to be definitely weird without having those fans in there, just seeing this big old nice stadium and it not be, full with fans. So, but a lot of good football will be going on. We'll be able to communicate out on the field. A lot of guys, defensively and offensively, will be able to communicate. And there's going to be a lot of good football going on man type stuff.
Jalen, after practice, I noticed you were there's just one person on the sidelines just a few minutes ago, and it was you. You were the last person here. Looked like you were walking the perimeter. Are you just kind of like taking it all in? Is it any bit of kind of emotional for you coming from where you come from?
Yeah. Well, walking is something I kind of took on now. That's something I do every day after practice. It just give me a couple walks around the field, just kind of cool down, and just again, like you said, just kind of reminisce, just think about how far I've came and stuff. And definitely today, I definitely was thinking about that as I was walking around the field doing my usual walk after practice. Was just kind of looking around like, man, from Louisiana, then I go to Southern Miss, and we had some good facilities, but as soon as I left, they revamped everything, like new weight room, new everything. And then I get to Oakland, and, I think this is like gold in Oakland, right? And, guys from other teams come in. It was like, this is kind of like, mediocre a little bit, you know what I mean? To now seeing what we have now, I'm just, I definitely won't take none of this for granted and, go out there and do what I can to help us win.
Jalen, did you think at all were a little starstruck during practice there? Was everybody on the ball, or did you catch some guys looking up and around?
A couple guys were. I mean, for a little bit I was. Definitely coach wanted us to get that game feel going on, so I made sure I was locked in, going through the pregame, mock pregame and those type of things. But you could definitely feel guys like just kind of looking around and just like saying, wow. I even got on the Versace because usually in pregame warm-up, he's throwing the RBs the ball when we go team. And he didn't throw me the ball today. So I was like, man, get your head out the lights. He looking around. Like, I know the stadium nice, but, yeah, I need my catch. So, I mean, everybody was stargazed about it, man. Again, it's a beautiful stadium, and we can't wait to get in here and play.
2 more questions, guys.
What have been your thoughts about Lynn Bowden so far, the rookie coming out?
One thing about it, I mean, he a grown man. One thing I would say that's hard for rookies coming into the league is just being real confident, and I say not scared, but it's really a confidence thing, like knowing that, this is some real grown man stuff in the NFL, and you can't be scared to stick your head in there. You might not be right all the time, but go full speed and just know that, go in there with a loving heart that you want to play the game and you want to do your assignment. So that's what I've been seeing from Lynn mostly is just his willingness and want to play the game and learn the running back position because, again, he ain't never really played it before. So he's been really hands-on with trying to learn and really take in what Kirby's saying. He comes asking me questions. Josh, everybody in the room just helping him as far as this running back transition goes for him. And I think he's going to be fine.
Last question.
Can you build a home field advantage when you don't get to play before fans?
I think so because they still got to come in and fly in and still do the whole hopping on the flight and come in to play us. I mean, people don't take into account how much that takes a toll on people. I had to learn that my first 2 years in the league. And then I used to see that stat come across that the Raiders, we flew the most miles out of anybody in the team. So that home field advantage is more than just the fans. I think people need to, think about the travel up to it, how far guys flying. You get tight and stiff on the plane and, all those different things. And then the city that you in, So that always plays a factor too. So I think it's you still can have somewhat of a home field advantage, but again, it won't be the same. Like I said, we won't have the fans to be able to mess with the defense communication or, make it a little hard for us or calm down when we're out there on the field. So I think it's, like I said, there's going to be a lot of good football going on. There shouldn't be too many blown coverages or too many guys on missed assignments and missed plays because the communication should be there because we ain't going to have so much noise around us. So I think that's how it's going to be.
Thank you, Jalen.
All good. Thank y'all.
All right, we're good.